Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to do some completing the square. Specifically, we're going to solve some quadratics by completing the square. And let's just start off with the general form. So the general form of a quadratic is this: ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are just constants, okay? So a, b, and c are constants. That just means numbers without the letter part. Okay, now whenever we complete the square, there's a few things we want to make sure our general form is set up properly. So we always need a is equal to 1. Okay, so in other words, the number with x squared has to be 1. And we always want one side equal to 0. Okay, they're the main two things that we need to look out for. Okay, let's have a look at this example. So x squared plus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. We're going to solve by completing the square. So straight away, we can see that the number with x squared is 1, so we're all good there. And one side is equal to 0. So we can start the completing the square process. Now the first step is always to move the constant to the other side. X squared plus 4x is equal to 1, like that. Now I've left a bit of space there. You're going to find out why in a second. So the completing the square process is we grab this middle coefficient. It's always the middle coefficient, and we want to halve and square it. So what's half of 4 is 2. Squaring 2 is 4, and we want to add 4 to both sides. So I'll do it in a different color. Now the reason we add it to the other side as well is because we want to keep the equation balanced. Now hopefully you notice here, that's always going to form a perfect square. So it should factorize to x plus 2, x plus 2. And we can simplify the right hand side, which is 5. Now that will simplify nicely to x plus 2 all squared is equal to 5. And now we can solve for x. So we can square it the other side. So x plus 2 is equal to plus and minus root 5. Don't forget that. And now we can just move the 2 over. So x is 2 plus and minus root 5. And we are done. Okay, let's have a look at this next example. X squared plus 12x plus 34 equals 0. So the number in front of x squared is 1, so we're good. Let's move that constant. X squared plus 12x equals minus 34. Once again, we'll leave some room. Next step is you want to grab that middle coefficient, halve it and square it. So half of 12 is 6. Squaring 6 is 36. So plus 36 to both sides to keep it balanced. Now, this forms a nice perfect square. So what goes into 36 as a square number? That's going to be x plus 6 all squared. Now, minus 34 plus 36 is 2. Now, same as before. So let's just get rid of the squared by square rooting both sides. X plus 6 is plus and minus root 2. Move the 6 to the other side. So x is equal to 6 plus and minus root 2. And we're done. Okay, so this example is a little bit different because we've got a 2y squared plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have this 2 at the front, but we need that to be 1. So the way we can do that is we can get rid of that 2 or turn it into 1 by dividing everything by 2. So by dividing everything by 2, you'll have y squared is equal to y over 2. Sorry, that should be a plus. Minus 3 on 2 is equal to 0. All right, remember we want the constants on the other side. So y squared plus y on 2 is equal to 3 over 2. Okay, now remember, once we've done this step, we want to complete the square. So you want to grab this middle term, not with the y, just a coefficient. Now there's a 1 here, if you're not sure. Y on 2 is 1y over 2. So the coefficient's a half. So we want to halve a half. So halving a half is a quarter, and squaring a quarter will be 1 over 4 times 1 over 4, so that's 1/16. So plus 1 on 16 to both sides. Okay, so the left-hand side will be y squared plus y on 2 plus 1 on 16, which will give a nice perfect square of y plus a quarter all squared. If you're not sure how to get there, just look at this last term, and basically it's going to be the square root of that one going in that bracket. Okay, let's simplify the right-hand side. So 3 over 2 plus 16. So let's just quickly do that there. 16 16, they're both going to 16, so I'll have to times 3 by 8, which is 24 plus 1, so 25 on 16. All right, cool. Square root both sides. Y plus a quarter is equal to plus and minus root 25 on 16. Y equals 1/4, negative a quarter plus minus 25 on 16. Now, hopefully you can tell here that the square root of 25 and square root of 16 will simplify. So I'm going to have a quarter plus minus 5/4, which will give me two solutions. So a quarter plus 5/4, which will be 1, and a quarter minus 5/4, which would be minus 6/4, so minus 3/2. So they're my two solutions, y equals 1 or minus 3/2. All right, that's it for today. If you found that helpful, let me know in the comments and give me a subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.